Welcome back to the channel, guys. It has been quite some time since I've made a long form video. I have made some shorts, so if you want to see those, go check those out. I've been pumping a little bit this season, not a whole lot. I haven't been dock starting a whole ton. Still getting over the knee. It has taken so long to get back to where I can actually pump and feel my quad engage, but I think we are on the up and up. And so therefore I'm back at the creek. It's a little overgrown, but I checked with a bigger stick under the dock. I don't think there's anything that's gonna catch the foil and rip me off, at least right here. I've got the Spitfire 1180 out here, real easy to pump, easier on my leg. We've got the Ultrashort Adv Plus, and then we've got the Skinny 50 tail. This is a very easy setup to pump off the dock if you have any kind of experience pumping foils. Of course, we've got the Dock 999 board, and then the 82 carbon ultra high modulus mast. Pretty much the same setup I've had before, a little behind the game on newer wings, but today's video is mainly to see, I don't know what order I'm going to do this in, but I kind of want to see what the 1180 feels like with the Sillyshort Adv Plus fuselage that I've been using on the Fireball 1160, which has really been my go-to for catching boat waves when I was healthy. Of course, I never really was healthy with that wing, so it was always a 50-50 if I could start it with the Sillyshort. For whatever reason, that fuselage has been really hard to start for me, and that wing in general is a little tough to dock start. The span is there, the area is not, and I need more speed. So today we're going to be getting some experience with that, but I should be able to pump this 1180 first try. I don't think it's going to be a problem. And then, yeah, I'm looking to replace even this wing for dock starts. It's really good for an easy dock start, but just behind the boat, it's just way too big of a wing at my weight. It's really hard to carve. So we're going to see too if that shorter fuselage changes that. It definitely should, but by how much, I'll be curious to see. And I'll probably, let's see, go over here. I'll probably try to dock start this setup as it is too. This is the Fireball 1160 with the Sillyshort and the Skinny 40. So we'll see what all we keep from that. And the board's really hot. We're actually gonna let it get in the water. Oh, well, bunch of bubbles. I wish I could say the board's floating, but it's just stuck on the bottom. Ew. Well, that was a mistake. Yeah, I regret that. I just pulled up a bunch of garbage off the bottom. I love it here. I love it. See all the bubbles in the water? It's about 3 feet deep, which is like a meter. It's like 100 centimeters deep, which I think is like 50 kilometers. And all of it is like this mushy bottom, and it releases this nasty sulfur gas in there and tries to kill me. Can't do any worse than that. Was not a great dock start, but for the lack of speed, it wasn't bad. That's the thing, with the 1160, I have to run much faster than what I just did, and it's so slick down this dock that I'm like, do I really want to like eat the floor? I don't know. Like, it would be great content, like, it's what people want to see, but do I want to do that? I also have another secret weapon. I haven't talked about it yet. Let me show you. So if you're not quite getting the speed that you need off the dock, you can always pick up one of these propeller hats, a little cheat code I've been using for years. Adds an extra 10 horsepower to your dock starts. I'm not sure what that is in centimeters. Let's give it a shot. way less than ideal start, but I decided I'd just stomp it as hard as I could to get it up, and it worked. Not the ideal way to start this wing, though. But you know, we had to do it. 1160, Sillyshort Advanced Plus, skinny 40, 1 million mast, and 300 centimeter board. All right, so I took the Fireball 1160 off of the Sillyshort Advanced Plus and 40 tail, and I took the Spitfire 1180 off of the Ultrashort Advanced Plus with the 50 tail, and now we're gonna get to see, was it the Fireball 1160 that made this really hard to dock start, or was it the Sillyshort Advanced Fuselage, or maybe a combination of both, which is probably the case. Two things can be true at once, but we're about to see how easy it is to start the Spitfire 1180 on the Sillyshort Advanced Plus Fuse. This might, if this works really well, this could be a viable option in the short term for reliable dock starting. Again, assuming I can actually dock start it. Let's see how many attempts it takes. So it's definitely much easier to dock start than the Fireball 1160. I think you saw that. It took me 2 attempts. The first attempt I probably could have saved it, but we're just kind of learning. It's of course it's more pitch sensitive than the original 1180 setup with the ultra short, but that's to be expected with a shorter fuse and a smaller tail. But yeah, definitely more reliable. More carvy there at the end. I didn't feel like I was having to like turn. I yaw a lot when I turned too, and this yawed better. Definitely rolled better too. So this is a comfortable setup. I don't know how it would be when I get behind a big wave though, because it still feels very big to turn. It's still like a boat compared to the Fireball. The Fireball is very nimble, wants to roll, like all these things that this wing just, and this was a magic wing when it came out, still a great dock start wing by all means, pumping into flats for sure. But yeah, the 1160 still wins. I wonder how the surges are gonna be. I'm excited to find out. I'll bring you guys that video next weekend when I'm down at the lake, deeper water, and behind the boat. But this is, in my shorts, this is the setup. Well, the 1180 is what I use with the ultra short and 50 tail to go poach boat wakes. Yeah, I think this is a pretty viable option for now. It's definitely at least better than having the ultra short on there. I think if you're gonna learn to dock start, first off, the setup's probably just not great anyway. Get you a PNG series. I think still that's the standard. I'll try a V2 next weekend as well, so I'll give a review on that. But yeah, this thing still performs really well with the Sillyshort, so I'm very happy with that. But let me know down in the comments, what are you guys using to pump off the dock? If you're a little bit more advanced. If you're new, tell me what you're on. Are you on the V2s? Are you on the bigger Fireballs? Maybe the 1401. That Art Pro 1401 is still a really good wing, I think. Yeah, what are you guys using to pump off the dock? Like I said, with flat water pumping, and what are you using when you want to go catch boat wakes? Like, what's your go-to for fun, and then what's your go-to for reliable? I think those are two, you know, they could be the same thing if you're really good, but I'm not super great, so I'm gonna get back into it this summer. I know it's kind of midway through, but we're gonna keep going. But that is all I have for this one. I look forward to seeing you guys next weekend for the next video with more wings, and as my leg progresses and gets better, I'll have more content out. Catch you on the next one.